Hello and welcome back to another video. I hope you are doing well and I hope you are going to enjoy this video. Today I'm really excited about this one because something I've mentioned in a previous video has finally turned up, and that is, it's actually quite a big box, the laptop that I have ordered and purchased from Temu. Now, is that a good idea? Is it a really stupid idea? We're going to find out together because I have not opened this yet. I've been excited to get home from work. I usually do the videos in the morning, but I'm doing it this evening because I just want to get this open and to see if it's as good as it appears to be. So this is the AceMagic RX16. And this has a Ryzen 7 6800H, which is a pretty high-end processor for laptops. It also comes with 16GB of RAM, 512GB. It says NVMe drive, but we'll see that later. UK specs, and the colour is grey. I didn't realise there was a grey and a silver, but apparently this is grey. And that is all you get on the box. The other side is completely plain. So let's crack it open. Let's see what we get now. We get, okay, I'm hoping that's just a keyboard protector and that is not the UK QWERTY keyboard. It just goes over whatever's on there. If it's all Chinese keys, I'm going to be. Let's just wait and see. Okay, laptop last. Get our box of accessories and nothing else. So let's see what we get here. Should just be the power adapter. This also comes with built-in Radeon, yeah, Radeon graphics, and it's a 680M, which up to a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, was the most powerful integrated GPU you could get. So I'm hoping for good things. I'm not going to be gaming on this as such, but it helps to have a little bit of extra horsepower. Bloody hell. Right, so basically the power, usually like laptops you used to get, the power brick used to be on a cable. This is literally what you plug into the wall. That is the power brick. It's USB-C, so it's USB-C charging. How long is the cable? Because I don't know how this is going to be good on, how good this is going to be on battery, so I want to be able to, I'd say that's what, 2 meters? Maybe not quite 2 meters. No, that's not quite 2 meters, is it? That's probably, I'd say what, 1, 2, maybe 4 foot? That's probably about 4 foot. I will measure it, but that's not overly large. Now, let's have a look at the laptop. It does come pretty well packaged. Instruction booklet is in the back. RX16 user manual. Yeah, it seems pretty well packed. You know, there are obviously gaps, but I mean something would have to pierce the outer box to damage this. So it should. I think I've got it upside down. Let's turn it over. Does that one slide off as well? Yes, it does. Okay, so 3 of those. And then first impressions are, we've got your USB-C charging port, HDMI, a USB Type A and a USB Type C. On the back you have nothing, The front you have nothing, and on the right hand side you have a further 2 USB-A ports, headphone jack. It doesn't say it's a headphone mic jack, it's just got headphones. It might be a combo. You've also got a micro SD card reader, and you've got your lock, so you can lock it to your desk. Now I thought from the pictures this had a full size SD card reader, but it looks like I was wrong. That's not a problem. I've literally just bought a, so let's have a look. Oh, thank God for that. It is a QWERTY keyboard. Ooh. Does actually look really nice. That is a really big trackpad as well. And as you can see, you have got your Ryzen 7 and your Radeon graphics stickers. Costs, it's around about £390 if you buy it on Temu. Amazon have got similar specs, but actually the processor down from this, the 5700U, again from AceMagic. Everything else the same, 16 gig of RAM, 512 gig hard like SSD. They're going for about £600. On Temu, this one is just under £400. But the reason why I bought this, because I wouldn't spend £400 on a laptop from Temu, is I had a coupon bundle that gave me £120 off if I spent more than £300 on one item, and I also had some credit left from another coupon deal. So I actually paid less than £200 for this laptop. That's why I bought it. Now I am going to be, giving my opinion on it at the full cost. I'm not going to give the opinion of what I paid, because that's not fair. But for less than 200 quid, if this is half as good as I think it's going to be, that is excellent value for money. How long will it last? I don't know. AceMagic have been around for a while now. They have had their problems in the past. They have been known for shipping products, brand new PCs and laptops with malware. Now, as far as I'm aware, that has now been resolved, but I will be, before I do anything with this laptop, I will be scanning it with Bitdefender, which is what I use. I use it, we protect all our devices, or most of our devices protected with Bitdefender, and this will be scanned, a full scan immediately. That will be the first thing I install, just to make sure that there is nothing on here that shouldn't be on it. So with that, let's see. I will say one thing. The feet are very, the back, the rubber's probably about ½ centimetre, 5-6 mil, and then the front a couple of mil. So it's very close to whatever you've got it on. So I don't know what the thermals are going to be like, but it may be worth getting a laptop pad, or cooling, what are they called? Cooling tray? Laptop stand? Yeah, you know what I mean, with the fans in it. Whether they work or not, I don't know, but it has got a lot of flex actually. Wow. I do apologise if I'm sniffing, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. Yeah, you push down. Is it hollow? Is it empty? Apparently it is on. The power light is on. But the screen is... no, the screen is now flickering. We've got... Okay, so that didn't take long to get into Windows. Go through the basic setup rubbish that you've got to agree to. I don't know whether it's running optimal or balanced, but it's got 88% battery remaining, which it says is about 2.5 hours. So probably about 3 hours maybe on full charge. How is this running Windows 11? Yeah, we're in balanced mode, so if we were to go on to best power efficiency, the battery doesn't change. Oh wow, yes it does. It's now gone up to 7 hours 50 minutes. Okay. Now I don't know exactly what that does. But that's good to know. So if you're going out and about with this laptop, you can get it to last you most of the day. But I'm going to run it on balanced. Okay, so I've been using this laptop for about a week now, and I've got to say, it's this mouse. There is a review coming up of a £2 mouse. You're not going to want to miss that, trust me. But yeah, I mean, everything's pretty snappy, as you would expect. Now, in my last video, or one of my previous videos, yeah, it might have been my last video, I showed off this little device, and as you can see, it does give you a live temperatures of your CPU, your GPU, and the utilization, which I think is really good for. I'm mainly worried about the temperatures because this laptop does tend to run a little bit hot. But then it is quite a thin laptop, and it is an 8-core 16-threaded Ryzen 7, running up to, I think it's 4700 megahertz. So let's just jump in, let's play. Now this is not a gaming laptop as such, but it does come with integrated Radeon 680M graphics, which up to a few years ago, when this was released, this CPU was released, it was the most powerful integrated graphics chip. So I played a few minutes yesterday. One, I wanted to check temperatures. Two, I wanted to check that it could actually play these games at a decent FPS. You're not going to be getting like highest settings, 1080p 60 FPS. You're not. But if you curb your expectations and you lower the settings, you can get a perfectly playable experience. And the CPU is up to 70 degrees already. One thing I will say about this laptop that is absolutely awful, the speakers. The speakers are shockingly bad. They're really quiet. You get better sound quality out of a phone. The speakers are terrible. I believe they come from under here. There's two little slots or slits, and I think that's where they come. But the speakers must be tiny because they are absolutely shocking. Full volume is poor. Talking about noise, the fans on this are very quiet. Even at maximum temperature, the fans don't get. In fact, I haven't put my little. I have got a laptop pad under here, because I say this does run hot. Now at the moment, obviously there's not a lot going on screen because it's a misty day playing Raft. I find this quite a relaxing game to play. But we are getting at the moment 58, 59, 60 FPS. And this is at medium settings. 1080p medium settings. So it will game. So yeah, it will game. But that's not why I bought it. I bought it mainly so I can edit video on the go. And what is it like at editing video? Well, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Running a render test. Now I've only got the only thing I don't like. This comes with Windows 11. I'm still using Windows 10. I know you've got to upgrade soon. But it's just I haven't got used to the layout of Windows 11 yet. I mean, this the start menu is now in the middle of the screen instead of on the left hand corner, which, you know, it kind of bugs me. But anyway, I want to have a look at all a minute, and we want to just go down to... Why is it I can never find it? It should be there, but it's not. So we'll do File Explorer. We'll do Downloads, and we'll do Cinebench. Now this is Cinebench R15, which obviously it is old. Why is that flashing? No idea. But I like this because I know, I mean, I've used it years ago when I used to build PCs. I used to buy PCs, upgrade them, and then sell them on as a hobby. And I've also always built my own gaming PC and my son's gaming PC. I use this because it gives you a good, I mean, 2003 multi-core score, which is pretty good. My computer, my PC, I have an i5 11400F, so it's a low to mid-range CPU. It's not high-end by any means, but it's just okay for what I need. It's a 6-core 12-thread. That gets around about 1600 points, so this is faster at rendering than my computer. And yeah, I expected it to be similar, to be fair, because obviously this is an 8-core 16-threaded CPU compared to a 6-core 12-thread, but that's a desktop processor, full powered, where this is a 45-watt chip CPU, and I didn't really expect it to be as good as it is, but yeah, it does perform really well. It does come with an NVMe drive for storage. It's a 512 gig, but I've never heard of the company. It doesn't seem majorly fast as it should be. It is fast, but it should be a lot quicker. So I may also change that out. The screen is decent. The viewing angle isn't great, but if you're looking straight on, the screen is pretty good. It's okay. The colours are not the most vibrant, but it's bright enough. It's clear. Yeah, I mean, no real complaints with the screen at this price point. The speakers, as I say, are shockingly bad. So you definitely either use headphones or use buy some like little laptop speakers or something, because yeah, the speakers on this at full volume, they're not loud, but they distort badly. They're just crap. My final thoughts on this laptop. Overall, I am pretty impressed with it, and I'm pleased with it. Some of the pros, I'd say price that you're paying for the performance you're getting is really good. You're not going to beat the performance of this 6800H on this at this price point. You're just not going to do it. Maybe you will. If you actually find a deal with a CPU that can match this one, let me know. I might buy another laptop. Yes. You never know. As I say, I like comparing things. The CPU power is excellent on this laptop. You're not going to want for more processing power. The screen is decent. It's not amazing, but again, for the price, it's decent. So obviously do this in the background because the phone's ramping up a little bit. So I'll start with YouTube one. But it is quiet even with the fans off. I've turned the pad off. Yeah, the screen is decent. It's not going to blow you away, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to be overly disappointed at this price point. It is a 1080. No, it ain't. Sorry, it's a 1920 by 1200 resolution. So it's a 16:10 ratio. But yeah, I like the screen. It's perfectly fine for me. It comes with a 512GB NVMe drive. However, I've googled the the make of it, and it is really cheap. You can literally find these so-called 512 gig for about less than 20 quid on places like Temu and AliExpress. So I don't know how reliable that's going to be. It's definitely not as fast as it should be when you run speed tests on it. So that may be something in the future I actually swap out. I would like a larger hard drive anyway. I would like to get a 1 terabyte, maybe a 2 terabyte. I think this takes up to a 4 terabyte, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So it does come with 16 gigabyte of DDR5 memory, RAM, running at 4800 megahertz. So you know that's decent. And obviously it's not aimed as a, well, it does say it's a gaming laptop, but it's not a true gaming laptop in the sense that it comes with a dedicated GPU. So it comes with the Radeon. I'm really getting pissed off with that. But you are too. Just pick one and stick with it, for fuck's sake. Radeon. I'm going to say Radeon. Right. So it does come with the Radeon. Ah, see, that sounds wrong. Radeon. You know what? I don't care. It comes with the Radeon 680M graphics, which are built in to the CPU, and it's decent. You know, if you lower your expectations and you want to play older games, absolutely no problem whatsoever. Things like Raft, I've got Fallout 4 now. It run that absolutely fine. The Planet Crafter, it ran fine. Just lower the settings a little bit. 7 Days to Die, which is one of the games I've spent hours and hours in. It does run it again, lower settings. You've got to, reduce your expectations with an integrated graphics chip. But yeah, it will play them. I think esports games like Fortnite, Minecraft, Minecraft's not an esport, you know what I mean, Rocket League, games like that, it will play no problem. League of Legends, all that sort of stuff, no problem whatsoever. But I have seen these running Cyberpunk, again, with your expectations lowered a little bit. But it will run at playable frame rates. So it's not a true gaming laptop, but it will game. And yeah, I mean, and the keyboard is actually, that's another thing I haven't put on my pros. I've actually done my whiteboard. The keyboard, just got some fluff on it. The keyboard's decent. It's not bad at all. I was gaming on this for a good half hour last night, just checked temperatures and everything. And yeah, the keyboard's decent. It's not terrible at all. You're gonna moan at me now, aren't you? Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, and it is also backlit, which I keep forgetting to turn it on. It doesn't come on automatically. I don't know if there's a setting that I could turn that on, but yeah, you enable it. So it is backlit, white only. It's not RGB. It's a white backlit, but that's fine. Moving on to cons. It is cheap. For the spec you're getting is cheap, so corners will be cut. And I think the main, one corner they definitely cut was the speakers. The speakers in this are truly awful. I will take this apart actually just to make sure that there's not anything like loose wire or something disconnected, because the speakers are really bad, really bad. They're yeah. So that's definitely one corner that they've cut. Trackpad isn't great. But then I find all laptop trackpads are not great. I just like using the mouse, which is why I bought this mouse. Actually, surprisingly, it does work, but it's not the best. That's coming up in a very soon to be aired video. It can run hot and hit its thermal limit on occasion. I find that if it's rendering particularly a longer video, then the temperatures can ramp up. Putting it on this pad does help, this cooling pad, but on occasion it has still hit its thermal limits. So yeah, there is that to consider. You've got all that processing power, but can it use that processing power long term without overheating? At the moment, no. But as I say, I'm going to try and fiddle around with the fan curve, or try and even if I just set the fan to maximum speed, because I want this on maximum performance all the time. Obviously, the brand that this is AceMagic. They've got a bit of a shady past, as I say, with some of their PCs and laptops in the past come in with malware pre-installed. Now, from what I've looked into it, and it does seem to have been solved. This was clean. There was nothing on this at all. I've run 2 programs, but Bitdefender, I truly trust Bitdefender. And I've done a full scan and it came up clean. No. What the fuck was that beeping? So it was beeping, I don't know what. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, as I said, AceMagic's shady past, are they trustworthy? Computers and laptops in the past were coming with malware pre-installed. As far as I'm aware, from what I've done a bit of research, and lately when people have tested them, and I've tested this one, they've come up clean. There's been nothing found that's dodgy pre-installed, but it's still, obviously, it has affected their the image of the brand. So yeah, whether you trust them or not is another thing. Me personally, I've risked it because I think you're getting a lot of laptop for the money, a lot of performance for the money, and as I say, the first thing I did was I scanned it and it came up clean. If you're worried, you could just change out that hard drive and then there will be nothing, you know, unless they've hid a chip somewhere. I wonder if they have. No, I'm sure they haven't, but yeah, then there'll be nothing to worry about. Just reinstall Windows, completely clean install on a brand new drive, and then it's good to go. Reliability long term, obviously, as I've said, it is cheap. I've said that many times because it is a cheap laptop for the performance. So therefore, what sort of components have they put in it? They're not going to be the highest end, the highest quality components. They're going to have to save money where they can. So things like the fans, you know, the motherboard, the components that are included, I don't know how long they're going to last. You know, if people are interested in this video, I will do maybe a 3-month update, just a brief update, just to say how I've been getting on with it and whether it's still, everything's working as it should be. But for now, so let me know in the comments whether you would trust a company like AceMagic, whether you would buy a laptop from or a computer from them, or whether you would avoid these cheaper Chinese brands at all costs. Personally, so far I'm very happy with my purchase, and you know, hopefully it will be reliable. That is going to be the one thing that I think going forward is going to be the one issue that may arise, reliability, but I won't know that until we get to that point in the future, and I will update you. But with that, it does bring us to the end of another video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in the next one. But for now, goodbye.